Hey everyone, welcome back to another Godzilla Battle Line video, and today I have a video that I'm making just for fun. You know, All-Star Battle is starting on May 13th, 2022. It is May 12th when this video will go live, and I figured before we start diving into a big week of just All-Star Battle content, right, I'll throw this fun video, together for you guys. I've been sitting on this idea for a little while, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun for me, so I wanted to just make a fun video, a goof video, that we could put out before we start making a ton of guides and gameplay content. So if you guys enjoy this, let me know, because setting this up, I think am probably really going to enjoy this. So that's what's important, that you love the content that you make. So that being said, we're ranking every Godzilla monster ever by how likely I think they are to join Godzilla Battle Line. We have the tiers, they're already in the game. Top tier, they're already in, right? Pretty expansive roster, it's like 40-something monsters. Confirmed to join, but it's not been added yet, and those are going to be the poll winners, right? And we're going to get to them eventually. Likely additions are characters that I think have a very strong chance of coming to the game, then we can see them at any moment. A long time before they get added. These are monsters that will get added eventually, I think, but it might be a long time until we ever see them. Unlikely, but possible, are very, unknown monsters. Like Giant Octopus would be going in this tier if he wasn't a poll winner, right? So unlikely, because Toho owns the rights. They could always, it's unlikely because they're not popular, but it's possible because Toho owns the rights. So could see them. Not happening. These are characters that I don't think are ever going to make it into Battle Line. Period. End of story. They're just never going to show up. So we have a lot of monsters. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but if you stick around the whole time, I hope you enjoy it. And, let's just hop right into it. So this, and I'm not a huge expert. I might get some of these names wrong, or some of the listings of the years that they're out wrong, but I believe this is Godzilla 1989, and he's a pretty likely addition. All the Godzillas are gonna end up probably in likely addition because they're Godzilla. They're gonna make it into the game named Godzilla, so he's going in there. Anguirus from Raids Again. We have him in the game. The Anguirus in the game right now is the Raids Again Anguirus. This is, I don't remember which Goji. I think this may be Bio Goji. So I'll put him in here. This is the Space Godzilla Goji, or maybe the Mechagodzilla Goji. I don't remember. I'll put him in the likely additions. Godzilla, or Little Godzilla. I think he is going to be a long time before he gets added. Yeah, he's a Godzilla monster. We have Manila. There's no reason we can't have the other babies. Except for this one. This is baby Godzilla from 1998. I don't think we're ever going to see the babies from 1998 join this game. It's just, I don't even think that's in the realm of possibility. Both Batras we have in the game at the moment, so they're going up there, obviously. Behemoth Titan, I don't think is happening. I don't think any of the Monsterverse characters are likely, but who knows? I may change my thoughts on that. Biollante, we have Burning Godzilla, we have Thermonuclear. I do not think is coming to the game. I don't know. Neither is Dagara or whatever, the Godzilla's brother or cousin or whatever it was from the Dominion comics or whatever they were called, Domination comics. I do not think he's coming. Destroyer is pretty much confirmed. Top 3 of the latest vote polls, so he's gonna, be coming soon at some point. Dorats are in the game. The Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Mothra, likely addition to the game. The Mudo, not happening. Anguirus from Final Wars, I think it's going to be a long time before they get added. We just got Singular Point Anguirus pretty much confirmed, so nothing out of the realm saying we're not going to get Singular or Final Wars Anguirus, but so far the only 2 Final Wars monsters we've seen on the listings at all are Godzilla and Monster X. Oh, and Gigan. This is Final Wars Ebra, same as Final Wars Anguirus, a long time before they get added, but, they will be added at some point. This is Gigan. This is the non-modified Gigan. We have him already, not the Chainsaw Hands, but I don't know if the Chainsaw Hands version of him is on this tier list anyway, but he's in the game already. Final Wars Godzilla. Did Final Wars Godzilla make it into the top 5? No, he made it into 7th place. He is a very likely addition. He's like the most likely of the additions. Final Wars Hedera, a long time before they get added. Final Wars Kamacuras, a long time before they get added. Final Wars King Caesar, a long time before they get added, and Final Wars Kumonga, a long time before they get added. Basically all the Final Wars monsters, including Manda, and Manila, and Mothra, and Rodan, it's just going to be a long time before they get added. Alright, Fire Rodan we have. This is the Ganymedes. Can I show this up for you guys to see this? Yeah, Ganymedes right here. He is. I think he'll be a long time. I might put him in unlikely. Ghidorah is gonna be in a long time before they get added. They're both in Godzilla Defense Force, so there's no reason that he can't be added. But it just depends on how long this game is around for him to be added. I think it's very. I'll put him in a long time before they get added. I think eventually he can make it to the game. If the Mothra from the Showa era is in this game, these two they can make it in for sure. Baragon, likely addition. Baragon, I believe, was on one of the polls. I think he was on both of the polls actually, so likely addition. GMK Godzilla, also a likely addition. A long time before, we haven't heard anything about the other GMK characters, so who knows about if they're coming to the game or not, but I think they're pretty likely to be added, especially considering we had 2 other GMK characters on the polls at one point. I think the other 2 could be not far behind them. Zilla, or Godzilla 1998, one of my favorite designs, if not my actual favorite. I think he is unlikely to join the game, but Toho owns the rights to him. I think it is very possible that we eventually see Zilla. There was another collector Godzilla Kaiju game called, I think it was just called Kaiju Collector or Godzilla Collector, something like that. It was only available in Japan, but Zilla was in it. Or at least the Zilla from Final Wars was in it. Pretty much, they're almost the same, in terms of looks, and if Battleline chooses to just use Zilla, that's fine. I'll count him. But unlikely. This is Godzilla 1999. So he's been confirmed. He was in the top 5. I'm looking at the polls. He was 5th place. He was tied for 5th in the latest poll. So he's confirmed to join, but has not yet, been added. This is the Godzilla from Mechagodzilla, or from the Kiryu saga, I think. He's gonna come to the game at some point. Okay, so now here we have Godzilla. I'm assuming this is Phyllis and this is Earth. Phyllis I'm putting in unlikely but possible because we already have Earth, and Earth is in the game. This is Junior from the Destroyer movies. I think Junior is going to be a little long time before he gets added. Also, I'm not putting any of these in any particular order. I'm just kind of throwing them in the slots. Zilla from the cartoon, as much as I wish, or Godzilla 1998 from the cartoon, Godzilla Jr., I would love to see him in the game. I doubt he will make the cut. Oh, the Hanna-Barbera Godzilla also I don't think is on this list, but I totally think we have a good shot of seeing the Hanna-Barbera Godzilla, because the Toho and the Godzilla characters, because Toho's been posting them on their YouTube channel. You can watch all the episodes of like Godzilla and the Hanna-Barbera Godzilla, or at least whatever they've put out, most of the episodes, if not all of them, on their YouTube channel. So I think we could actually see them join this game. A very unlikely chance, but possible. Godzilla has more of a chance than any of the other Godzilla shows. Godzillasaurus, I think, is unlikely that we see Godzillasaurus. I don't think Godzillasaurus was available in Defense Force. I don't know what Godzillasaurus would do either. I think it's very unlikely, but it definitely is possible. It's definitely possible addition. Gorosaurus, likely addition. I think he was on both of the polls. Showa, is this Showa King Ghidorah? No, this is the King Ghidorah from 1991. He's in the game. Mechagodzilla, we have him in the game. Mothra, likely addition as well. He was on one of the polls. This Mothra we have in the game because that's from the Batcher movies. We have this Rodan in the game. All right. Baby Shin Godzilla, I don't remember what he's called, but he's a listen, Shin Godzilla proper, the 4th form, or whatever you want to call it. It's like Shinagawa form, or I don't even know the name of it. He's at least confirmed, and at this moment, we're operating under the assumption that the pre-evolutions that are in the movie are also going to be pre-evolutions in the game, so I'm going to put him in this side. This is a Ganymedes, Ganymedes something else. Ganymedes is this thing. This is Camabius. I don't even know how to say the name. I think he's also a long time before they gets added, but he will be in it because he actually is a card in Godzilla Defense Force. Kaiser, King Ghidorah, Monster X, and Kaiser Ghidorah are confirmed to be in the top 5 poll winners of the recent poll, so they're coming at some point. Final Wars Godzilla is, what the fuck is the difference between this Final Wars Godzilla and this Final Wars Godzilla? I don't know. Maybe this is the ultimate Final Wars Godzilla variant. Who knows? But this Final Wars is coming to the game. I'll put them together. King Kong from the 60s Showa era is definitely not coming to the game. There's a whole, like, can of worms with that. This maybe this is the Kiryu Saga Goji, I think. This is Kiryu Saga, and then this one was Mechagodzilla, because this one's a little bit more green. Kiryu Saga Goji probably is coming to the game. The Mothra Larva twins are also, you know, if Mothra is coming from the Kiryu Saga, then the Mothra twins will probably come as well. I would really like to see the Mothra twins come as their own unit, like how the M-Bot tanks are a pair. I would really like to see them become a pair, and it would be sick if you only needed one of them to survive to become Mothra. You know, that would be a pretty sick mechanic, actually. Kiryu we have. Kong we have, or this is Skull Island Kong, so he's not coming, but I think there is Godzilla vs. Kong. I'll just take him from the bottom and put him up top. We have him. This Showa Godzilla, I don't remember what he's from, but he's probably a likely addition. I believe he was on one of the polls. He's from the 70s, I think. Lil Baby Godzilla, I love him. I think it's going to be a long time before any of the other babies get added, but this is my favorite of the little Godzillas, Baby Godzilla. Mudo, not happening. Mecha King Ghidorah, we have. Mechagodzilla City. I'm going to put Mechagodzilla City in the unlikely but possible, because I think we have Earth, right? So that opens the doors for the other units, but if it was Mechagodzilla, like, proper, then, yeah, I think a long time before it gets added. But Mechagodzilla City itself, I think, is unlikely, and if we do see it, it will be a map. Mechagodzilla we have. Megalon is totally going to be a likely addition because he's been on all the polls, and there's a lot of fans rallying behind Megalon. The Mega Nulon Swarm, I think, is unlikely, but it is possible because we already have Mechagodzilla. Methuselah, I think this one is. Definitely not coming. This Godzilla that dances an Astro Monster is a likely addition. Like I said, all the Godzillas are pretty much going to be likely additions, so that's pretty easy. This is Orga's pre-evolution. I don't remember what it's called, the alien's name, or no, maybe this isn't his, and this is that other monster that's in the sky from the Showa era. I don't remember what it's called. It's not Dogger or something. I don't remember, but if this is the Orga pre-evolution, I think if Orga comes to the game, this will end up being the pre-evo, but this also could be unlikely, and maybe they just give us Orga itself. So I'll put him in unlikely but possible, because if they could either give us Orga proper and not this thing, or give us this thing and Orga. This is the Meyer Squid, I think, from Kong Skull Island, so definitely not coming. Monster X is coming to the game. Mothra from King of the Monsters is not coming. Godzilla 2014 is not coming. Godzilla 2019 isn't coming. Ghidorah 19 isn't coming. Rodan 19 isn't coming. This Spider from Skull Island isn't coming. Mudo Prime isn't coming. The Mudo pairs are not coming. Giant Octopus is confirmed, but not in the game yet for top 3, so that he's going to get in. Giant Condor, unlikely to join the game, but possible. Orga, like I said, I think Orga has a high possibility of joining the game. He's one of the only characters in this section that isn't on the polls, but Orga's a pretty popular character. I love Orga. King Ghidorah or Void Ghidorah is long time, but they'll probably come to the game, so we have Godzilla Earth, and I'll put Mechagodzilla, not Mechagodzilla City, with him. The Mothra from the series, I think, is very unlikely. We don't really get to see Mothra in the anime, but if they ever decide to reveal her, maybe. I don't think that's ever going to happen, but if they wanted to, they could put her in. So they definitely can, but it's just a matter of will they, won't they. Mudo Queen, I think this one is not coming in. Sonda and Garia, I think, are likely additions as well. They've been on the polls, very popular, and Giant Octopus being a winner of the polls, they might not be too far behind. This is like that Godzilla Earth Sicko Mode variant. I don't think that's happening. I think they would have given that to us already. They could always update Godzilla Earth's kit, but I doubt it. Sia from the King of the Monsters, not happening. The Severum from the anime series, I don't think is happening, but it is a possibility. Like I said, the other Godzilla anime monsters could also come into the game. Shin and his other form are pretty much confirmed. Let's throw them in here. This is from the Monsterverse comic. It's not getting added. This is the original Goji. We have him. This is the original Rodan. We have him. or her, depending on which one you want to think about. Or no, we have the 64 Rodan. That's this one. Let me change that up. I think this original Rodan is a long time before they get added, but they could always come. There's toys of them in Target, so who knows. Anguirus proper, you know, the Showa one that everyone knows and loves that comes after Godzilla Raids Again, I think is a strong addition. The classic Baragon, I think we're going to have to wait a little bit on. Ebra, I think, is a likely addition because Ebra has been on the polls twice now and almost took top 5 in the first one, so very likely inclusion. I almost said expedition. Gabara is very, you know, he's going to come to the game at some point, but I think it's going to be a long time before he gets added. Gigan, we have. Hedera, we have. I don't know if they do the Hedera different forms or anything, but okay. Jet Jaguar, we have. Classic Kamacuras, we have. King Caesar, we have. We don't have Showa Ghidorah, but Showa Ghidorah is a pretty likely candidate. Ghidorah is a very popular monster. No reason for him not to be included. Oh gosh, Kumunga is a, you know, not a monster a lot of people like very much. He's cool though. People do like him, but I think it's gonna be a long time before he comes to the game. Mechagodzilla. I love the 70s Mechagodzilla, man. He's a very likely addition. He was on the both polls. He didn't do too well on the polls, but I mean, he's a great character. Everyone loves the design. I have the Deforial of him right behind me always. I'm throwing him in. I think he's a likely suspect. Manila's gross-looking guy we have already. This Mogera we have already as well. We don't have these Mothras. This is actually my favorite Mothra from the Mothra vs. Godzilla movie. I think that they're highly likely that we get them at some point. It's a lot of people's first introduction to the character. Very famous versions of them as well, so I think they're likely to be added. Titanosaurus, sorry TS Dragon, but I think we're going to have to wait a little bit longer for Titanosaurus. This is like the one unit that whenever someone in the Discord like gets asked like who would you like to see, like a really random pick that doesn't have a shot that you would like to see, like 9 times out of 10 someone's picking Titanosaurus. So I think he's likely. Singular Point Anguirus is a top 5 winner of the latest poll, so he is getting into this section. Salunga, I think Salunga is gonna have to go into a long time before they get added, and I will put him here because a lot of the other Singular Point characters are coming. Singular Point Rodan, actually, I don't see him on here, but Singular Point, oh no, he's down here, never mind. I think Singular Point Rodan has a good chance. I'm not sure which, there's 2 Ultimas on here. There's one here, and there's one here, so I guess I'll put both. I'll put one of them up there. So we have Ultima. I'll just forgo this one. This Jet Jaguar is different than this Jet Jaguar down here. This is, I don't know the difference. It's like Jet Jaguar PP, Jet Jaguar Beta or something. So I think this is the Beta Jet Jaguar. I think he is, you know, long time coming, but we're gonna have to wait for him. I don't really think that the pre-evolutions to Godzilla Terrestris are going to make it into this game. It is very possible that they get added at some point, and how they get added, I have no idea, because we are getting more Singular Point characters, and it looks like Toho is wanting to invest more in putting Singular Point characters into this game, so I don't know how they would get added, but we already have Terrestris and Ultima. I don't think they would make Ultima a 4 or 5 stage Evo, so they're unlikely to be added to the game, but it's always a possibility. Water Buffalo from Skull Island is not happening. Skull Crawlers is not happening. This Snow Godzilla from that anime about trains is definitely not happening. We have Space Godzilla. Mechagodzilla with Garuda is a likely addition, that they add Garuda at some point and then some kind of synergy between the two, or just add Super Mechagodzilla outright, or convert Mechagodzilla into Super Mechagodzilla, because we already have seen them go and take King Ghidorah and convert him to an evolution unit that gives you Mecha King Ghidorah, so they could always do the same for Super Mechagodzilla. Stickbug from Skull Island is not happening. Varan, I actually do think Varan is a likely addition, because he's been on all the polls, and in the last one, Varan took 8th place, and in the previous poll, he took, I believe, 6th or 7th place, so they know that a lot of people want Varan, and a lot of people rally behind Varan on Twitter, honestly. I think he's a very likely addition. Zilla, I think Zilla is a long time before they get added. Like I said, that they were in that Kaiju Collector game. They were not in Defense Force, but I just am holding on a small sliver of hope that he gets added. I think he's more likely than straight up the 1998 Godzilla, because he was already featured in the game with other Toho monsters and legendary monsters and Shin Godzilla all in the same game. So there's a small chance that Zilla gets added. This thing from the comics, I don't remember what it's called. Maybe that's Tiamat. I don't remember. Not happening. Violente flower form we have. Doug is definitely not happening. Terrestrius we have. This vulture's not happening. This rock crab isn't happening. This 2019 or 2021 Godzilla we have. Mechagodzilla is probably the most unlikely character we're getting. I mean, he's the #1 character from the MonsterVerse that people want, right next to King Ghidorah. They're usually the most frequently brought up, Mechagodzilla especially, and it's a meme at this point on this channel. To ask for Mechagodzilla in this game, I really don't think he is coming to this game anytime soon. I have to be honest. This octopus thing from the comics is not happening. I'll move this one here because I think it's the same monster. Warbat's not happening. This Skullcrawler's not happening either. Giant Jet Jaguar. We already have Jet Jaguar. I guess he's the giant, but it's unlikely they could always give him an evolution. It's possible. This is the Jet Jaguar we do have in the game. That's from Singular Point. I'll throw him up there. Alright, now there's the rest of all the Singular Point monsters. The Ghidorah from Singular Point, I think, is going to be a long time before they get added. And the same with the pre-form of it. That's like a crab. That's like the Kamunga Ghidorah mix. While very sick and would actually be a really great evolution unit, and could be like a swarm evolution unit, actually, which would be super cool. I don't think they made a big enough impact in the show for them to be added quite so, you know, fast. Godzilla, obviously, main character, and Jet Jaguar, main character. Obviously, they got added super early. They got added within the first month or two of this game's life. And then both Singular Point Rodan and Anguirus have been on the polls. And while Singular Point Rodan was almost dead last on the most recent poll, the fact that he even is on the poll means that Toho is considering putting him in the game. So I think he's a very likely addition. And then last but not least, Singular Point Monda. I think we're gonna have to wait a little while for him. But with that being said, I think that's it. I think we got every character that's on this list in here. Have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, nope, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Who are we missing? Oh, yeah, 35 characters, and we're missing like the M-Balls, the Markalites, the Stealth Bombers, the Trains, and all that would bring it up into the 40s. So these are all the Kaiju that are in the game. These are all the Kaijus that have been confirmed for the game. I think I got them all. Monster X, Anguirus, Godzilla 1999, Godzilla, yeah. And then what was the other ones? The other ones are in the game. Okay, yeah, so these are all the ones that are confirmed to be joining at some point. We don't know when. These are everyone I think that is a likely addition. I'll move this Ultima thing up with the other Ultima just for the sake of not having an extra piece down there. But yeah, this is what I think it's going to be. So these are all the guys that are not happening. Take a good look at that. These are all the guys that I think are unlikely, but, you know, we could have them. This is going to be a long time for them to come, but they will come eventually. These, I think, are going to be on the way soon. Maybe within the next year, we see maybe 4 of these guys, 5 of these guys. We're definitely seeing Destroya and Shin Godzilla and Giant Octopus within the next few months. And then Anguirus and the Godzilla 1999 also will be coming, I think, this year. But that's my thoughts. I think this is every monster. Let me know if there's a monster that I missed in the comments, and then I'll just reply to the comment and tell you if I think they're going to be joining or not. Because I don't know if this missed anything. It might have. But let me know down below what you guys think. Thank you all so much for sticking through this video. I will catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye.